There was a time when I thought I was finished. I thought the pain was too much. I thought the failures were too many. I thought the wounds I carried would never heal. Every day I fought a battle nobody could see. I smiled. I talked. I acted like everything was normal. But inside, I was fighting to keep myself together. People only see the final chapter. They don't see the nights you cried alone. They don't see the moments you wanted to quit. They don't see how many times you had to rebuild yourself. Life tried to break me. It took away my confidence. It tested my patience. It showed me the darkest parts of reality. But there was one thing life could never take from me: my will to continue. Because I learned something. Falling does not mean you are finished. Losing does not mean you are defeated. A storm does not mean the journey is over. Sometimes, the strongest people are created in the hardest moments. I lost people. I lost opportunities. I lost parts of myself. But I never lost the desire to rise again. Every scar became a reminder that I survived. Every failure became a lesson that made me stronger. I stopped asking, why is this happening to me? And I started asking, what is this trying to teach me? Because pain is not always here to destroy you. Sometimes pain is here to transform you. The world may count you out. People may forget your name. They may believe your story is over, but they don't know what is inside your heart. They don't know the strength you built in silence. They don't know how many times you fell and still stood up. I am not the same person anymore. The old me gave up easily. The old me was controlled by fear, but the new me is built from every battle I survived. I learned that life can hit you hard, but you decide whether you stay down. You decide whether the pain becomes your prison or your power. So if you are watching this and you feel like giving up, remember this: you are not your worst day. You are not your mistakes. You are not your failures. Your story is still being written. The chapter may be dark, but the ending is not decided yet. I fell, I broke, I suffered, but I never ended, because as long as I am breathing, I still have a reason to fight. I never end, because I finally understood the hardest battles are not always against the world. Sometimes, the biggest battle is inside yourself. The voice that tells you, you are not enough. You will never make it. Your dreams are impossible. That voice is the one you have to defeat. I spent years fighting my own doubts. I watched people move ahead while I felt stuck. I watched others succeed while I was still trying to survive. And I wondered, will my time ever come? But life taught me something. Everyone has a different journey. Some people rise early. Some people rise after years of struggle. But the people who keep walking are the ones who finally reach their destination. I realized my slow progress was still progress. My small steps were still steps. Even when nobody noticed, I was growing. Even when nobody believed, I was building. The world loves the final result. Nobody talks about the process. Nobody talks about the sacrifices. Nobody talks about the lonely nights where you choose to keep going. But those moments, those painful moments, are where real strength is created. I don't need everyone to understand my journey anymore, because they were not there when I was fighting my battles. They didn't see the tears, they didn't hear the prayers, they didn't know how close I was to giving up. Only I know how much it took to become this person. And I am proud, not because life was easy, but because I continued when it was hard. I became stronger because I had no choice. I became wiser because pain was my teacher. I became fearless because I survived my fears. So if life has pushed you to your limits, don't believe that it is the end. Sometimes the moment you feel weakest is the moment you are becoming stronger. The seed grows in darkness before it becomes a tree. The strongest people are not created in comfort. They are created in storms. Remember, your story is bigger than your struggles. Your future is bigger than your past. Your purpose is bigger than your pain. You may fall. You may cry. You may feel lost. But never forget, you are still here. And as long as you are still here, your story is not over. I was tested. I was broken. I was pushed to my limits. But I never ended. I rise again. I fight again. I continue again. Because I never end.